It began like any other sunrise, the sea breathing softly, gulls crying in the air, fishermen pulling nets from turquoise waters. But on that morning, on that island, no one ever saw the sunset. They called it home, a quiet place of salt-worn houses, laughter of children, and daily rituals of fishing, cooking, telling stories passed down generations. Families did not think about history. They were living it. Then, without warning, the ground groaned, a deep, low rumble that rose from the belly of the earth itself. Sky turned dim, the sea darkened. The volcano at the island's core started to breathe fire. Within hours, the island was swallowed. Lava poured like liquid death. Ash blanketed homes, and walls that once offered safety crumbled under molten fury. A place alive became silent, as though it never existed. This is not myth. It's the story of islands lost to volcanoes, a fate that befell 1883 eruption of Krakatoa, when a thriving volcanic island vanished almost overnight. Over 70% of the land collapsed into a caldera. Tens of thousands lost their lives in fire, ash, and the tsunamis that followed. And throughout human history, from the ruins of Pompeii and Herculaneum, lost beneath the fury of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD, to smaller villages erased by lesser-known eruptions, entire lives have vanished in a heartbeat, buried under ash, pumice, and silent stones. But this story isn't just about destruction. It's a human story, repeated across centuries. A story about ambition, belief, community, and the fragility of both earth and hope. Because those islands were more than land. They were memories, laughter, arguments, love, dreams. Generations rooted in soil, now swallowed by magma. We interview volcanologists, historians, survivors' descendants, and local storytellers. One expert recalls, volcanoes breathe slowly for years, sometimes centuries, building pressure beneath the surface. In the end, everything erupts at once. Another researcher quietly adds, when you stand at the edge of a caldera, you feel how small we are, how fragile our stories are. Imagine a child's bedroom door, half open, its walls painted bright with drawings of the sea, of boats, of tomorrow. Now imagine the door buried under ash, the drawings erased. That was a fate repeated across countless islands. In some cases, parts of the old land resurface. Black sand beaches where palm trees once swayed, skeletal ruins half buried beneath hardened lava, whispered stories passed down by survivors. But often, the memory is all that remains. And with climate change, shifting tectonics, human settlement near volcanic zones, the risk remains. Volcanoes are silent until they aren't. Sometimes the warning comes as a rumble, sometimes only in hindsight. So we ask, what responsibility do we carry? To remember, yes, but also to learn. To respect the Earth's power, to treat fragile shores not as playgrounds, but as fragile legacies. Because every vanished island was once alive.